Hi everyone, welcome to Legally Yours. Well, you know, one of my absolute most favourite things is interviewing our incredible business partners and lawyer members that we have a part of our Legally Yours community. So today I am sitting down with the absolutely brilliantly innovative April Thomas from a new platform called Cherrypicka. And in this story, we're going to get to know April's journey and her background, why she decided to start Cherrypicka, how the offering works, and obviously, most importantly, how we can connect with this platform. So April, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Karen. It's great to be here.
All right, let's get into this interview. So can you share with our audience a little bit about your background and your journey in the law?
Sure, I'd love to. So as Karen said, I'm April. I'm a commercial lawyer with 15 years experience. So I started my career at Norton Rose Fulbright in Sydney, and I had a fantastic experience there, as you do as a baby lawyer, trying all the different practice groups, and I landed in sort of corporate commercial. So I stayed there, and then I pivoted out into an in-house role after a secondment to global pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson, where I worked across the consumer, pharmaceutical and medical devices division. Then I had a lot of babies in a very short period of time. We had 3 under 3.5. So just for that flexibility, I've joined my husband in our law firm, Centreworth Legal Partners, and we've moved up to Brisbane. So that's been good. So we're still working on that commercial IP work, but more with a small to mid-sized client base.
I love it. What a stellar career that you've had
Yes.
in the law.
Yes, yeah,
so good.
Boxes.
You certainly have. So what's led you to start then Cherrypicka? What's the why? Before we get into and actually no, before your why, tell us a little bit about Cherrypicka. What's it all about?
Yeah, okay. So Cherrypicka was born essentially during COVID, where I started to see so many of my peers and friends pivoting into side hustles and small businesses and leaving the corporate rat race and going and starting their own consultancy firms. And these small businesses, they didn't have a great deal of funds behind them, but they were still coming wanting the basic legal documents like website terms and conditions, consultancy agreements, online T's and C's for their store, but they didn't have those funds available. So I started thinking about creating a legal template business with a real focus on quality. And I think, we all know there are template providers out there, but when you come to Cherrypicka, you can be guaranteed that the documents are lawyer quality and they're really industry specific as well. So I've collaborated with people in the industry to really find the pain points and to make sure that the T's and C's cover off on the really specific things. So I think that's the Cherrypicka difference.
Yeah.
I also wanted to make a platform that aligned with my personal ethos, which is to make law lovable. And I think so often we are bamboozled or confused, or we think that law is boring or it's in the too hard basket for small businesses when they're just thinking about cash flow and making money. And so Cherrypicka, the whole branding ethos behind it was to make it a little bit fun and supportive and to really hold hand of small business owners when they're first starting out.
I love that, making the law lovable. Absolutely love the way that you put that. And I think it's really important to note, I think, certainly I play a lot in the startup space. And what I see from a lot of early stage startup founders is often, like you say at the beginning, there's so many different things that they have to turn their mind to and have to be doing. And they're developing their product and their idea and their service and their platform. And legal is often seen, they know they need it, but it's often seen as in the too hard basket or too expensive, and they push it to the side.
Yes.
What I see is just incredible is that what the Cherrypicka platform does is it provides those really high quality, drafted by lawyers templates that they can use in that first instance. But also, as you and I have talked about numerous times, what it does is that then when they get to that phase where they need to have, it's not a replacement for a great relationship with a lawyer. So the journey would hopefully be is that they use those, incredible templates from Cherrypicka. It helps them get started and up and running. And then when they get to more of that, I need to have my trusted professional service providers by my side. So like the accountant and like the lawyer can feel reassured that the documents that they've been founded on and their foundation legal documents are actually really good. So is that right? Have I got that right?
100% right.
Yay.
Karen, you have nailed that. And look, I say on my website regularly and on the documents, this is not a replacement for legal advice. because I love lawyers and I completely see there is still a lot of scope for that relationship. And in fact, there are some documents I haven't even touched. People always are asking me to put a risk waiver on there. I'm not going there because that's something that you really need to get legal advice about,
Yes.
As well as shareholders agreements and some of those more fundamental corporate documents.
Yes.
But I think the beauty of Cherrypicka is exactly as you say, for those low touch documents in the lower risk spaces, Cherrypicka is perfect. And one of the biggest surprises has actually been the support of other lawyers. In fact, I've had a number of law firms approach me to say, look, I want to help my clients sometimes. They haven't got the funds for, an NDA or a contractor agreement. We need a trusted source to be able to refer them to. So we are really open to working with law firms as well. And I have formed a couple of affiliate relationships with law firms too, to help, help their clients with those low touch docs.
That's right, because if they're able to help them in that instance, what happens is that client will come back to them as they scale and grow. Yeah. And what we do know with startups is they don't stay startups for very long. They grow quite quickly.
Exactly. Or it might be an existing client and the law firm is working on 80% of the matter, but there are a couple of docs that they go, hey, look, you can just go and grab this website T's and C's online. We don't need to be involved in that component. So I think it works really beautifully together.
I absolutely love it. So now there's a bit of a secret in the Cherrypicka name, and it indicates, it's actually not a secret, it indicates exactly the difference, because there are lots of template contracts, illegal template companies out there. I think as you've already articulated, is that you've created these, they've come from lawyers, they're high quality documents, but you don't have to get locked into a big subscription or subscribe monthly. You can actually just cherry pick what documents you like. Tell me how it works.
That's great. And this was my branding agency's genius coming up with Cherrypicka, because it came from that concept of you don't want to be locked into a subscription. So you can jump onto our website and you can just pick the document that you need, and they start from $49.95. So it's a really good accessible price point. Or we have our pack option. So we call it pick or pack. So the pick is when you know exactly what you want. I need an NDA and I need it now. Jump on and purchase that. Or if you need a pack, these have been designed more for people who are starting out. They're not quite sure what the legal framework will look like. So, for example, you're a consultant. What legal documents do I need when I'm starting out? We've got our packs available there, which give you guidance and information, and include all of the relevant documents that you need. So there are two options.
April, you know how much I love what you've created. I just think that it's so fantastic. You've really kind of filled a gap in the market that's very much needed in that early stage, the startup founder group. I think it's wonderful for the legal profession because, as you said, it means that they can, rely when they do come across these clients, perhaps maybe 12 months in the journey, that they've been founded on great documents. And like you say, it can be a service that they can refer to as well. So how can people connect? Where do they go to?
They come to our website. So it's www.cherrypicka.com.au. There's a contact form there you can jump on, and if you want to get in touch directly, you can use that to get through to me. Or otherwise, I'm April Thomas. Find me on LinkedIn.
I love it. Well, we are so excited to have you in our community, helping our early stage startup founders as well. The documents are fantastic. The platform that you have built is visually beautiful and so easy to use as well. So congratulations. And thank you so much for being part of our community and sharing some of your story with me today.
Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. There's probably one thing I just would like to add, which I haven't had a chance to cover off on, but when it comes to the why, another thing we're really passionate about is what we call our Rights Now pledge. And that is partnering with nonprofits that also share our view to give access to people who otherwise haven't had, the access to legal advice. So our current partner is Women's Legal Service Queensland, and a percentage of our sales goes to supporting them as well, just as the cherry on top.
And I love that. I love that. That is even beautiful. So you can even feel even better about cherry picking those documents because you know that you're supporting those women's legal service, which the work they do is so incredibly important. Well, thank you so much, April, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks, Karen. See you. Bye.